Hello, everyone. The theme here, the subject that I want to discuss: multiple consoles of the same name. The reason for this is that the Xbox One now has an Elite bundle that is going to load games up to 20% faster, and it comes with the Elite controller that was shown at their E3. And that's at a $150 value. And it's going to come with a 1 terabyte hard drive built into the system. Now, whether this is the deal for you, that's up for debate. But then there are many people that have glaring opinions about this, saying that Microsoft should have done X, Y, Z instead of this. Well, look, multiple consoles of the same name have been pretty much since the Atari 2600. There was an Atari 2600 with 6 switches, and then there was one with 4. It's been going on ever since then, when they launch a console initially, and then they launch it later with certain improvements, and they take things out or put extra things in to make their console better, or faster, or more aerodynamic as far as size. Most people are complaining about that. It was like, why didn't they just do the Xbox One Slim? You don't understand. Maybe it's not ready yet. Maybe it's just the fact that, okay, they need to make sure that they can take all of that and actually slim it down. It's only been a couple of years, guys, since the Xbox One has been out. So I don't have any problems with this, because all things considering, look at all the multiple consoles of the same name that has come out throughout the generations of gaming. You had the Atari. You had the Genesis that came out with, I think, 3 versions. Even Sega CD has 2 different versions of it. Even the Super Nintendo and the NES, they slimmed down years later, but nevertheless, it happened. 3DO had like 3 different models of it. CDI had, 2 or 3 different models of them. Neo Geo has had different models, and even a CD system later on that pretty much just did the same thing as the regular Neo Geo did. Then you have the Nintendo DS. How many original versions of the DS was released that played the same games, that had different types of, looks to it? PlayStation 1, 2, 3, they've all had slim models. The original Xbox didn't change in size, but the tray changed, the lens changed. All of that happens with the consoles that come out, and then later on they start adding features to them. Now, for those of you that bought the Xbox One at launch, that was your choice. And hell, you shouldn't regret that choice. It was something that you really wanted, and then you got it. If you really want, now, the 20% faster load times, you don't have that option, I think, for now. Maybe they can do a firmware update, I don't know. But I know that sucks, but you gotta realize that's one of the consequences for getting a console at launch or anywhere near launch. Later on down the line, they come out with consoles that are going to be better than the original versions of them. Then you have the fact that every time they do launch a console, some of them are defective. At least like maybe 15% of them are defective. That always happens on just about every console launch. So, as far as I'm concerned, hell, certain people are like, it's $500. Is that a good value? Depends on the customer. Depends if they want that controller. Depends if they want the terabyte hard drive. Depends if they want 20% faster load times. It's up to the customer. It's up to the consumers, and it's up to the variety of what they want with the console. Some people are going to go buy they're going to go buy the $150 controller anyway. I love the white one, the white lunar one, the one with the gold pad. That looks cool, with the black buttons and stuff like that. Yeah, that looks very, very cool. I would get that one, but that's my opinion. But at the end of the day, people are going to go buy what they want to buy. Now, hell, like I said before, don't regret buying that. I mean, you already have it, so embrace it and just look forward to the games that are coming out for it. That's really what it's about, right? Games. I mean, hell, like I say, I have multiple. I got 2 PSPs up here. I got the 1000 and the 2000. Yeah, the 2000 is the blue one, and it came with that Madden shit. Yes, I threw that motherfucker away because I don't like Madden, but nevertheless, it was my choice to get it because they, and then they came out with a 3000 of the PSP, and I was just like, I'm not getting that. Nope, I'm satisfied with what I got already. So there you go. Like I said, these two Xboxes are different models. They are interior. The interior of them are different. Like I say, different lenses, different trays, all that shit changes because they try to rectify their flaws and they try to make that shit better down the road. So let that be a lesson to you. If you buy a console at launch, they're going to improve on the quality of the consoles later. They're going to have bundles. Super Nintendo's came with different sets of games depending on what bundle you got. Xbox did it. The Wii did it. Almost every single console that has come out came with specific games, changed that due to the demand of the gamers wanting certain games or wanting certain bundles, or maybe Microsoft was trying to sell certain games. And with the Kinect, that's what happened with the 360. Yeah, you can get the 360, you get the Kinect, you get these games with the Kinect on it because you want your children to do this. So it's all about having the variety and having the options. And I do understand that at the end of the day, it depends on what the customer is actually going to go out and buy. Who knows? Maybe the $500 bundle, the Elite, maybe that'll sit on shelves. Maybe not. Maybe motherfuckers are like, oh yeah, that's a good deal. I was going to get that controller anyway. Or maybe it's for the people that waited it out to get an Xbox One, and now, bam, they finally have their choice to buy one that they're interested in. Let's think about this. Every 3 months or so, a different model of a system comes out with different artwork on it, like Arkham, like God of War, even like for Microsoft, Halo. All that shit happens on every console nowadays. They have different art, they have different features, they have different controller art, and so on and so forth. That happens pretty much every 2 to 3 months. As far as I see, that shit always happens. So when they come out with those, it's to draw in those people that maybe want those consoles, that maybe want those designs, that maybe want those type of things, or even as a collector's item. I don't see it often, but I have walked into houses and I've seen multiple 360s, multiple PS3s, because they like to collect those type of things. Some people do that, okay? I mean, hell, I'm not one to talk as far as having a collection is concerned, but that's what people like to do, and that's why these multiple systems come out, for the benefit of the console itself and for the ones that may pick up and get them, because it broadens the horizon as far as options. So for anyone that's complaining about this new Xbox One, if you already have an Xbox One, be happy with the one you got and get the good games that's going to be coming out for that shit later. That's all I gotta say about that. And if there's anybody that's PS4 fanboys that comments on that shit, look, come on. There are different versions of PS4s out there too. There's even a 1 terabyte PS4 out. There's the Batman, Arkham, like I said earlier, all that shit. So you're not totally out of that. So please, once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming, this is the theme. And I'll see you later. Credits.